Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. We're going into the Europa League predictions now and the Europa Conference League. Let's not forget about both here. We've got two leagues to go through here and we're starting with the Europa League, obviously it being the bigger league. And these are my predictions from the last time out. Sporting versus Atlanta, I had Atlanta win it. They did. Roma versus Brighton, actually Brighton to win it and disappointed, you know. Roma went through here, fair play. Sparta versus Liverpool. It was easily always going to be Liverpool. Benfica versus Rangers. I said it's always going to be Benfica. Marseille versus Villarreal. I told you Aubameyang is playing so well right now. He's dragging them. He's going to drag them through the whole way. And Marseille went through. AC Milan versus Slavia Prague. AC Milan went through. West Ham versus Freiburg. West Ham went through. But not about the struggles. There were struggles in there. And then Leverkusen beat Karabakh. Once again, with struggles in there. It took them to the 90th minute to win the game. It was looking iffy. And I thought Karabakh might have been Leverkusen's first loss of the season, which would have been insane. But yeah, that's who went through. Oh, you know, 75%. It's not bad. Look, it's one change from that into having Roma there. It's not bad. I'd say my predictions were pretty on point there, and it puts you into perspective of, you know, listen to me guys, for what's going to happen in these quarter-final games. Because in the quarter-finals we've got Liverpool versus Atalanta, West Ham versus Bayer Leverkusen, Benfica versus Marseille, and AC Milan versus Roma. That is a steady set of finals there. For the quarterfinals, it's going to be an interesting tie. I think Liverpool will beat Atalanta. I mean, you know, they might. It's not going to be as easy as people are saying. It's not going to be like a walk through the park. Atalanta are not going to make it easy for Liverpool, but I think Liverpool will make it easy for themselves. Will be in Liverpool. West Ham versus Bayer Leverkusen. I think West Ham will give Leverkusen a tough time at the London Stadium. But when it gets to Germany, I think Leverkusen are going to take it. I think 2-2 at London Stadium, and then 3-0 in Leverkusen. They go through into the next round, and then Benfica versus Marseille. As I told you, Aubameyang is taking them all the way, and they're going through to this round as well. And then AC Milan versus Roma. De Rossi's doing well at Roma right now, but AC Milan, just AC Milan in it. European big heavyweights, and that puts us into Liverpool, Leverkusen, Marseille, and AC Milan going through into the next round. And then that puts us with a semi-final set of Liverpool versus Marseille, AC Milan versus Leverkusen. I'm not going too deep into my predictions here, but that Marseille game there for Liverpool might be the end of Klopp's journey. As I said, Aubameyang, he's playing so well right now. Do not sleep on Marseille, guys. They're killing it in Europe this year, and they're going to give Liverpool a tough game if that is the semi-final. We're not going to go into too much talking about it right now, because we'll leave that for when the semi-finals are actually here on our doorstep to talk about. And then AC Milan versus Bayer Leverkusen. Oh, what an interesting semi-final that would be. AC Milan, the European heavyweights that they are. There's Bayer Leverkusen. There's a team of Xabi Alonso who's killing it right now on all fronts. And then these are the teams that I think at the likeliness of going to the final is Leverkusen, Liverpool, Marseille, and AC Milan, and the least likely I'd say, which is fair to say because I think Leverkusen are the most likely. That is it for the Europa League, but on to the Conference League. Big changes there. Ajax versus Aston Villa, Molde versus Club Brugge, Olympiacos versus Maccabi Tel Aviv, Sturm Graz versus Lille, Zagreb versus PRK, Maccabi Haifa versus Fiorentina, Servette versus Victoria Pleasant, and USG Union versus Fenerbahce. And I had Villa to win their game. They did. You know, the first game wasn't as easy, but that second game they went, I'm taking it. Molde did not beat Club Brugge actually. Club Brugge won that game. It could have gone either way really, but you know, Club Brugge took it, fair play. Olympiacos, I thought they might slip here. They didn't. 6-1 at home they did to beat Tel Aviv. Sturm Graz obviously got beat by Lille. Lille are a big team. Zagreb got beat by POK, which surprised me, but you know, it is going to be a final in Athens this year, so you can see these Greek teams trying to push on. I understand it. Maccabi Haifa versus Fiorentina. Obviously Fiorentina went through on that one easily. Servette versus Victoria Pleasant. Victoria Pleasant went through on that easy. And then USG versus Fenerbahce. I said I back USG for the fact of they have a lot of Brightons push over players where they go, oh, you develop over there, come over here, do really well. Like Adingra was there last year. I played that I big up a lot everywhere I can. But Fenerbahce took it. Fred and co doing the dirty work there. And that puts us into a set of semi-final, quarter-finals, what I'm talking about, with including the teams Aston Villa, Club Brugge, Olympiacos, Lille, POK, Athens, not Athens, sorry, what am I talking about? Salinka, Fiorentina, Victoria Pleasant and Fenerbahce putting us into the fixtures looking like, oh, I've got it golden out already. Oh, I'm going to say who's going to win because I think Fenerbahce are going to beat Olympiacos. Olympiacos might win a home final, but I think Fenerbahce will beat them. It's going to be a tough game though because Olympiacos will want that home final. Fiorentina to beat Victoria Pleasant. That's an easy say. That is an easy say, guys. Aston Villa to beat Lille. Once again, not as easy as you might think on paper, but they'll take it, Villa there. And then Club Brugge to beat PAOK. But once again, don't sleep on the Greek teams. They want that home final. And you can understand why they want that home final. And that will put us into a set of semi-finals looking at Aston Villa versus Fenerbahce and Fiorentina versus PAOK. And I think Fiorentina are going to get back-to-back UEFA Conference League finals. Looking at that, I'm not going to speak too much on it. As I said, it's not confirmed that it's going to be the semi-finals yet because no one's won the quarter-finals. When we get to we know in the next round, we'll talk about the next round. But until then, that's just my predictions for the next round. And Aston Villa versus Fenerbahce. Once again, not as easy as people might put on. Fenerbahce are a very good team, but Aston Villa have Emre, and Emre knows Europe, and that puts us into me thinking Aston Villa, Fiorentina, Fenerbahce, and a POK. And that's the most likely to get into the final route, if you get me. So most likely it's going to be Aston Villa versus Fiorentina. We'll have to wait and see, though. As I said, we'll speak on that when we get to it. And that has changed my predictions into this is for the Champions League winners, the Europa League winners, and the Conference League winners. I have Real Madrid to win the Champions League, Leverkusen to win the Europa League, and Aston Villa to win the Conference League. It's going to be fun, it's going to be exciting, and I'm looking forward to it all unfolding out in front of our eyes. I said, guys, I got them pretty right, in the last round. Let's see how we go in this round. If you like the video, please leave a like. Let me know if he's going to go through into these rounds. Let me know if he's going to win all these competitions, because I've got it in front of your screen right now. Argue with me, agree with me, talk to me about football. It's what we like to do here. If you want to see more, subscribe, because it's on more football stuff on its way all the time. Thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I will see you next time. Cheers.